won't debate a fellow from Clow, you know. We had 875 people in Clow, and my wife came from Tabernacle in Coffee County, so I wouldn't debate him because I said let him draw his own crowds. He wasn't drawing any crowds, and I was. So every time that I would speak, like in Tampa before a big crowd, they would turn a bunch of chickens loose on the stage with signs hung around their neck, live chickens, saying, Wallace's chicken, he won't debate Lindsay. Well, I told my people, I said, you catch those poor little New York chickens, because those little New York chickens look nice and good, and I want you to catch them, but don't you let Mary Lindsay have them back to carry them to New York, because if they ever get back to New York and get on the streets of New York, they'll be mugged or robbed in 10 minutes after they get there.
Does he want to be president, want to be vice president, or a kingmaker?
Oh, I think with Governor Wallace's ambitions would be to be president. Whether or not he would accept another compromise, that were not possible, but I don't see how anyone, or I personally could not see anything except that he wants exactly what he's running for. He wants to be president.
Would you like to be president, Wallace?
Well, I wanted to be in 1972 and 68. Whether I want to in 1976 will depend upon whether or not there are those on the political horizon who represent the viewpoint of the people that have not been represented a long time in government. I don't rule anything out, but I don't rule it in because I have made no definite decision in my own mind.
Can you imagine a ticket of Senator Kennedy and Governor Wallace?
Well, I've heard a lot of talk about it, you know, but I don't know. I think certainly for the Democratic Party it'd be the strongest ticket they could have. I think the Kennedy people probably would not like it, and the Wallace people probably would not like it, but if the Democratic Party could get that ticket together, I think it'd be the strongest voter appeal ticket because it would get two strong, large factions of the Democratic Party together.
They say that when Senator Kennedy came down to see Governor Wallace last year, that was the beginning of the South returning to the Union. Is that fair?
Maybe it was the beginning of the Union returning to the South.
On the 4th of July, 1973, Edward Kennedy came down to Alabama to pay homage to the power of the man whom he once described as representing all that was wrong with America. But now Ted needs George Wallace because Ted wants to be president, and George has all those folks and all those votes.
How powerful will George Wallace be in '76 in the presidential campaign?
Well, of course, this depends a lot on conditions. It depends on who runs. It depends on the reactions to Watergate.
He'll obviously have a lot of votes to